channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna be answering some of your guys' questions about my abusive relationship. But before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And guys, I want to thank you so much for all your love and support. I know some of you guys have been DMing me, but it's a lot of DMs for me to respond to. But please be patient with me and I will respond to you. Thank you so much for almost 10K. Love you guys so much and let's keep growing. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, first question, where is he? Honestly, I don't know where is he and I could care less. Second question, has he reached out to you? Yes, he has tried to reach out to me multiple ways. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all of my social medias, he has tried to reach out to me. Of course, I don't respond, and some of his messages are like, OMG, I miss you, you look so pretty, you look so happy, this and that. So it's like, of course I look happy. I left you. I just think it's funny. Like, it's funny to see when your ex tries to come back into your life when you're doing good, and you're like, no, you could have had all this, but you want to mess it up. So, does he know you're doing so much better? I don't know. I'm assuming he does, because if you're looking at my Instagram, trying to DM me, like things like that, I'm pretty sure you see my pictures. So, and I'm pretty sure some of his friends he has, it's like, hey look man, look at Nayeli, look how she looks now, like, you know. So I'm guessing he knows, you know, I'm doing well. Okay, another question. How long were you in the hospital? So guys, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I was only supposed to be in the hospital for just a week, but things happened. So that first week, I think it was like a Friday, we had like a meeting. It was like me, my mom, and my doctor. That meeting was gonna determine if I was gonna go home or not. So, you know, we're all in the room just sitting talking. My mom was like, how are you? I was like, great, I want to go home. Even though I knew I wasn't ready to go home, okay? I just wanted to get out of there, guys. I hated the hospital. I hated that hospital. But I was like, yeah, I'm good, this and this. I'm over him, whatever. Like, I'm done, you know? You don't have to worry about, like, me getting angry, this and that. I'm done. And, like, my doctor was just over there taking notes, you know? So when the doctor was gonna tell my mom that I was ready to leave by Sunday, my mom, before I got up, my mom was like, Mija, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, okay. I was like, what is it? And she was just like, I put a restraining order on him. And I was just like, you did what? Like, mind blown. And guys, you gotta understand, like, I know some of you guys might say, well, why are you mind blown? Why do you want to go back to that? I wasn't healed yet, you know? It was just 1 week. It was 1 week where I had just left them, and like all of a sudden. So of course I want to go back to him, because it's like, that's all I know. That's all. That's who cares about me. That's who loves me. You know, that's who took something from me. So it's like, I have to be with him, you know? And a lot of you guys might not understand, and that's okay. It is what it is. But yes, I was mind blown. And when she told me that, I was like, what the? And then like I flipped the whole table, and my mom was just like, and the doctor was just like, she's staying another week. And I was like, dang it. But after the second week, I felt more like, I don't know, I just felt different after the second week. So I mean, God does things for a reason. So, you know, it was meant for me to stay there. Another question, did you move from that city? Yes, I did move. As soon as my mom admitted me to the hospital, we moved. And because she was also getting a divorce, so we moved from that city to Houston. So yes. How's your mom? My mom's good. Thank you for asking. My mom's great, actually. When I was going through my abuse, my mom was also going through her divorce. So, you know, I look up to my mom. She is my role model, because she is a very strong woman, and, you know, I love her to death. And I'm so glad she's here with me today. But yeah, I couldn't ask for a better mother. So yeah, she's great. We're great. Okay guys, I've seen this question so many times. Where's the baby? One of the videos I had said that I, you know, was pregnant. But I also mentioned that I had a miscarriage, guys. So there's no baby at all. I had a miscarriage. I mean, it's so crazy because it's like you don't realize things until like it's past. Because it's like I wanted that baby, I did. So when I had the miscarriage, I was very devastated. It's a baby. It's a gift from God. So it's like, it was sad. It was sad that I had the miscarriage, but I realize God does things for a reason, and I'm always say that because he does. Like, guys, just imagine if I didn't have the miscarriage or if I had the baby here, I would still have to be in contact with him. Eventually, the baby's gonna grow up asking, where's the dad, So God does things for a reason. He didn't want me to have this baby, So yeah, there's no baby. The only baby I have is this little baby that's over here laying down. Did I press charges? My mom tried her hardest to press charges. She talked to several police officers. They didn't listen to her. They didn't care. They didn't pay attention to her. My mom ended up getting a lawyer, and we did go to court. We went to court, but the only thing that we were able to do was get a restraint order. And that restraint order, it was like for 3 years, I believe, for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 2 years. And that's the only thing she could get. Like, she tried her hardest to put him into jail. She tried everything, but nobody would listen to her. So, and it could be the little town we were in too. Like, it was just, I feel like if we're in Houston, maybe they would have done something. But the town that I was in, it's like, it's little. I feel like they didn't really care. They didn't really pay attention to my mom. Did I get my stuff back? No, I did not. So when I was admitted to the hospital, I think the third day, I was calling my mom, telling her to go get my stuff. And, she went with a police officer and my cousin. And, she knocked on his door. Hey, I need Nayeli's stuff back. And he was like, who's Nayeli? Like, who's that? I don't know who that is. You're looking for the wrong person. And my mom was heated because she was just like, Nayeli? Like, you don't know who a Nayeli is? Oh, she was very defensive because, I mean, I understand that. Like, he put me through all this and you're telling her, like, who's Nayeli? Like, my mom was not able to get into that house to get my stuff back. But, I mean, guys, those things are materialistic things. I could care less about them. It was just literally clothes, electronics. Did I move back home? Yes, I moved back home. Not in that city. By the time I got out of the hospital, we were already living in Houston. We're actually living with my aunt because my mom was going through a divorce. So at the time, we weren't able to get like an apartment or a house. So yes, I went back to my mom's or my aunt's, and we lived there for like a year until we went to an apartment. Have I dated since? No, I haven't dated since. The only thing I have right now is like close friends and a best friend, and that's it. And I feel like that's all I need. Like, I'm really happy right now where I'm at in life. Did therapy work for you? Yes, therapy worked for me, hands down. I love therapy. It helped me realize a lot. It helped me open up. It's helped me even now to this day. It's helped me realize things differently and learn how to communicate. And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, no, therapy's not gonna help. Why would like me talking to a stranger help me? But it's like, people cope differently, and my way was therapy. And I loved it. Like, I was talking to a complete stranger. She couldn't judge me. I couldn't judge her. She couldn't tell me nothing besides like give me advice and like help me out through the situation. And she did. That's all she did. She wasn't able to tell my mom certain things that I told her unless I was in harm, like doing harmful things to myself or anybody else. But yeah, I loved it. I love therapy. And it worked for me. But guys, it might not work for you guys. It might not work. So if you try it and it doesn't work, or if you don't like it, do other things, learn how to draw while you're coping with this like situation. Write in a journal. Like, I know my therapist was like, hey, when I'm not here, like, let's say something happened when I was at home, get a journal and write it down. Like, write how you feel. Or if you have a phone, go on your notes and do that. Whatever helps you cope with the situation you're going through, How did you tell them it was over? So I didn't. I didn't tell him it was over. When I went to the hospital, I didn't have no contact with him besides, like, the only three people I had contact with it was my mom, my sister, and my dad. That was it. So I didn't have a way to communicate myself with him. So there was no way for me to tell him, you know, it's over, you know. So after the 2 weeks, you know, I wanted to communicate with him. I wanted to text him and say, look, it's over. But, you know, when I got at the hospital, my mom told me, like, no phones, because she knew my head was still not on right. If that makes sense. Like, I was still not, you know, over the situation. So my mom knew what she was doing. But yeah, I never told him it was officially over. I just figured, you know, get the hint. If I haven't texted you or anything, like, come on. What happened to your dad's guns and all the money? Honestly, I have no idea. The guns, he kept them. I don't know what he did with them. One, because I ended up going to hospital, so I don't know what he did with them. And the money, I don't know, you know, I don't know. When all those things were happening, that was like my breaking point, so I wasn't really myself. So I don't even know what happened to him. You know, he probably, you know, got the money, spent it on himself, bought Jordans, you know, bought more drugs. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But with the guns, my dad did file like a police report on them or something like that. But they didn't really do anything. But my dad always told me, like, hey, those things I don't care about. Like, I could care less about the money. I could care less about the guns, as long as you are safe and as long as you're okay. So they didn't really care, and they didn't really try to do anything. Like, they didn't want to find the guns, you know. They were just like, you know, it is what it is. We did a police report. Who cares? If they find them, they find them. They don't, you know. It is what it is. Because I think the guns were registered under my dad's name, so they needed to file that police report. Do you miss him? No. No, I can say no. You know, I do not miss him. I am very happy right now. So why would I bring that toxic thing back into my life? For example, it's just like trash, guys. When you throw away trash, or like if you pick up, like, you know, you get a dead fish, what do? You throw it back into the sea, or you leave your trash out there when you're taking it out. You don't go check on it like, oh, you're okay, trash? Oh, you're still here? You know, things like that. So for me to miss him, like, no, I took that toxic trash out of my life, and I'm not going back to it. Like, I'm not going back to it. I don't miss it. I am happy where I am at right now. So what would you do if you saw him in public? If I was by myself and I seen him in public, I'd be a little shook, and I think I'll be a little scared because I'm alone, and it's like, what could he do to me? But then again, it's like the woman who I become. It's like, if I see you in person or in public, whatever, I'm gonna just walk the other way. There's no point, you know, of me walking up to him and slapping him. Like, there's no point. I'm not gonna go down to his level. I'm just gonna be the bigger person and walk away. Now, if I was in public with my older sister, Lord Jesus, please be with me that day, because my sister will do something. Like, she, hands down, my older sister would probably beat the out of him. Like, you know, you in love with him? No, I wasn't in love with him. At the time, I thought that was love. I was like, oh, I love you and I love him, mom, and this and that. But no, that is not love at all. I've learned that throughout the years. That is not love. That wasn't love. Because if that was love, he wouldn't have treated me that way. Okay, guys, last question. Do you still feel some type of way about the relationship? I'm guessing you mean if, like, do I still cry about it, or do I still have anger? I think that's what you mean. But no, guys, you know, That was my past. I let it go. This is how you know when you've moved on, is if you don't care, you know, if you don't care anymore. Like, if somebody was to tell me, hey, Nayeli, he had a girlfriend, I would react. That's still me caring about him. That's still me wanting to be with him, things like that. But if somebody was to tell me, oh, Nayeli has a girlfriend, I'm like, okay, I don't care. Same thing goes for, like, when people want to know my story and I tell them, a lot of people are very shocked because they're like, you're not mad about it? You're not sad about it? Like, why aren't you crying? Why aren't you, mad? And I'm just like, because I'm over it. You know, I'm over it. Why do I need to be angry? Like, why do I have to have that built up? You know, there's no point, because the only person that's getting harmed is me, you know, because I had that bottled up. Like, for example, my older sister, if I talk about it, it sets her off. Like, she gets pissed off about it, you know. She's like, why are we talking about this? Like, she doesn't like for me to talk about it. So you could tell she hasn't moved on from it. And that's okay, you know. Everybody moves on in their, like, different pace. Me, when I talk about it, I don't get angry, you know. I don't get sad. I don't cry. Like, it is what it is. Sometimes when I go deep into detail and I think about it, like, I really think about that moment, I do cry, you know. But right now, I'm just like, no. If somebody was to tell me, like, hey, you know, tell me your story, I will. And, you know, I'm not going to be mad. There's no point of me having this, like, this anger towards him. Because what is that going to do? What is that going to do? Nothing. Like, nothing. It's not going to help nothing. So, you know, in order for you to grow and move on, you have to let that go. And like I said, you will know that you've let it go once you stop. Like, once you're not angry anymore, once you're not, you know, crying about it or sad about it. Karma is going to get back to him, you know. He's going to pay his dues, so. But yeah, guys, that was the last question. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to your girl's channel. And guys, thank you so much for almost 10K subscribers. I love you guys, and let's keep growing. So see you next video. Bye.